to say...
Just take the cotton off the Santa hat. Just take the cotton off the top of it.
Yeah. Paint it green and shit.
That's just the elf hat.
Look at the iris, motherfucker! Give me your Lucky Charms!
I told someone at work the other day, but I told someone the other day that they reminded me of one of those fucking gnomes from fucking South Park.
Who's that? Was it Nolte? That would probably piss him off because he's short.
It wasn't Nolte. It was I don't know. Well, I think it was like a third person's reference.
Okay, before you start this conversation, Cardi's gone.
That's a problem.
I had
All
to
of it?
cracking.
Oh, alright.
Ooh.
Well, you'll be drinking.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Just a little bit.
All right.
I'll see you next month.
I guess you're sleeping on that couch.
Probably.
I mean, that bottle was 75% full before I brought it over here.
Who's
What?
been drinking it? I ain't
Cracking?
drinking.
No.
No, the Bacardi. The one I brought?
No.
Dude, it was like half
It's
full.
only half full.
It was a little bit over half.
No.
No, it
It
was
was at
half.
least like 60.
No.
Definitely half full.
No.
When you said you was bringing Bacardi, I thought you were bringing like a brand new, like...
That's what I thought too, but apparently he had to.
Yeah, I had something else to do beforehand, so I just grabbed everything I had pass rum-wise.
Still disappointing. Can't even do that, right? Bring over.
God, you suck at life.
I'm a horrible human being. Is that thing recording right now? Am I
Absolutely.
talking about how horrible I am as a person?
You're such a piece of shit! You fucking worthless fuck!
All this is gonna make people love me more.
Yeah.
That's all it's gonna do.
We love the comments! Root for the underdog!
No, I mean, realistically, most of this stuff we've done here today is not going up on the internet. But,
No, but we learn about each other.
yeah, like I said, it's a learning process.
Like I said, our personalities are compatible, besides Ken getting a little over-aggressive. But Ken is also the one that keeps feeding. Yeah, right. We're sitting here listening, and Ken's like... And then...
What, like he's fucking doing a fucking big-ass line of fucking...
Yeah, dude, he's not even on
gold.
coke. I would never do coke with Ken.
Oh, yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Never.
I have.
Huh?
I have.
Yeah, he gets.
Yeah, and how'd that make you feel? Paranoid?
I don't know what happened.
I don't remember either.
I know we were talking for at least 4 hours straight, at least.
Ken would be the guy that freaked me out on acid.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, well, we did mushrooms.
Acid with this motherfucker.
Yeah, we did mushrooms one time, and yeah, I
It's
freaked
not
everybody out.
Not fun?
I get people overexcited. I get everybody overexcited.
Yeah, he does.
I wonder why.
I'm wound up like a fucking.
See, when me and him do fucking psychedelics together, we have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it with you,
Well,
Ken.
number one, first of all, okay, let me diversify. First of all, with you get everyone wound up.
Yeah.
Number two, you wind up calling me fucking freaking out.
Because other people fucking trip me out. I'm talking about when me and you trip together.
Okay. Yeah. It's always a good time, right?
Always a good time.
Right. You know what?
I generally don't remember.
You're a
What
shitty friend,
happens?
Ken.
I do remember one time we tripped at Jim's house, or at the apartment there, and we had a good time. We couldn't stop laughing the entire time. I'm pretty sure we laughed the entire time.
Hold on. I remember this event. This was right after he got that dog, right? What the fuck?
You're crossing your arms. He doesn't want you to do that.
Okay, but this was right after they got that dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smokey, I believe.
Maybe.
But it was a dog, right?
I don't fucking remember. All I remember is that we laughed the entire fucking night. That's all I remember.
You remember the dog just like fucking sat on my lap and he was like, "Fuck all you, I'm hanging out with this guy."
I think if we planned it with Ken and told him that he was stuck here the whole night, if we tripped together. Like
No,
Ken,
I'm definitely not going. It doesn't matter if I'm tripping. I'm not going any fucking where.
I'm not.
Because as much as I'll work other people up, if I'm by myself, I will work. I'm fucking completely fucking insane.
Remember that one time I took that LSD and was driving between your house
Right.
and Pops' house, back to your house, back to Pops' house, back to your house, back to Pops, for the entire course of the evening.
Was that the day that I saw the fucking monkeys fucking climbing on?
No. This was after. Because that was one of the first times.
That was the very first time I ever tripped.
Yeah.
you know, psilocybin actually helps you balance out your mental chemicals.
Well, that's why they got the microdose fucking
Microdose.
theory thing, I guess.
Psychiatrists actually are doing that a lot more now. The microdose.
I don't think they're prescribing psilocybin,
No.
but
No, but they are recommending.
I have.
didn't you
I
take?
was
those-
microdosing for quite a while.
Yes, yeah, like some like pills
Lion-
or something.
Lion's mane mushrooms.
Pill capsule things?
Capsules. Yeah.
Lion's mane.
Can you get anything now?
Yeah, you can get it now. You can get it off the internet.
No, can you?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Greg wanted to fuck.
I have them. I still have them at the house. I don't really take them that often.
Oh, dude, like microdose, dude, pills.
No, I'm talking about mushrooms.
Oh no, I don't have the actual mushrooms that you're wanting to use. I have capsules that are basically microdose, that just give you that
Euphoric
Like
effect?
a little tiny.
just a little tiny bit. It's basically
Oh no, I want to see fucking.
sorry. The reason why I got them in the first place was because I have memory issues. I have really bad memory issues. I could you can probably tell when we're having a conversation that I forget words all the time. I forget every fucking thing, and the reason that I was taking them was because it said that it helped with memory issues. Basically, it kept your memory thinking. It helped your brain cells grow.
You know what your problem is, Cam?
Right.
You're too much in your head.
Did
You think too much about what you're gonna say before you fucking.
it when you were taking them help?
I don't think it did. I don't think it helped with memory issues. I think it changed the way that I was thinking, but I don't think it actually helped the actual memory problem that I feel like that I do have.
You have memory problems because you're too in your head.
I mean, it's possible,
I'm telling you, that's what it is.
but the reason why I feel like I have memory issues is because you realize when I'm talking that I say fuck or I curse or I pause.
When you get
I
excited.
said every third word out of my mouth is
Exactly.
one of them.
And I feel like it's not because that's the word I'm thinking. The problem is that I'm
You're pausing while you're trying to formulate your.
Elaborate.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but at the same point, fucking time. Who cares? Dude, I mean, I use fuck and shit and
People also
other
listen
words
to
like
you
that
more
as
when you use
adjectives.
fucking shit.
Adjectives. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But, I can, every once in a while, I do throw a right in there. Like,
I use them all the
and
time.
you can tell when I'm doing it too, because it's not like fuck, but it's like it's
Yeah.
extended.
Yeah, I think I'm like formulating my ideas faster
yes.
in my head than I can spew out of my mouth.
But
in
you
other
do
words.
both at the same time.
Yeah, I'm doing both at the same time. It's just not coming out correctly.
You just slow down.
Right.
You know what you need? Weed.
Got some.
At the house. I haven't smoked weed in like 5 months. I put it in a jar.
I haven't. Yeah, it's been a while for me too. So I feel you on that.
I can't smoke weed anymore, man. Jobs fucking piss test you too much.
Yeah.
Where are you working?
No, nowhere. everyone's clean weed. You know, I've been at the methadone clinic. 12 milligrams now, so the next month I'll be gone.
Did you tell me like last week you were like 14 or something?
No, I was at 32 when I told you last time. I go down 4 milligrams every 2 weeks. Methadone's like
No, I mean last week I thought you said you were like
16
or 16. Yeah. I don't know how that shit works.
I go down 4 milligrams every 2 weeks. And they still try to keep you in there. That's the problem with those fucking
Well,
clinics.
now the problem with that, with this, is that's the business.
Yeah,
Okay.
abso-fucking-lutely it is. They try to
So-
keep you in there as long as they can, so I'm getting the fuck out of there. I actually told the doctor
I don't-
to
I
fuck
don't-
himself. Dude.
I
He was
could
like,
not-
you need to stay in here. I was like, nah, dude, I'm fucking, because I know the rules and regulations. I've fucking dealt with them for like a decade. I was like, I can leave whenever I want as long as I'm not homicidal or suicidal. I can leave whenever the fuck I want.
Yeah. Well, the problem is they want to keep, raking in that money,
$96
which
a week they make, and they have over 800 patients in this methadone clinic.
That's a lot of money. The more patients, the more money.
I think we're in the wrong business.
That's exact, because
Well-
you can't, how many of those people do you think are going to quit like me? How many of you, those patients,
They want the
maybe,
methadone.
maybe
Yeah.
10.
maybe 10, 5% is actually the
Yeah,
correct.
I was going to say 10. So
95% of the people that are on methadone will never quit. They're on it for life. So there's constant money coming in. At $96 a week, plus you can charge the insurance company a little more.
I mean, there's a multiple different businesses that we're in the wrong business of not doing, you know.
but this seems like a cash cow.
Well,
I mean, think about
one of
it.
us
If
has
you
to be a
got-
doctor.
I told you,
Pretty sure.
dumbass. I told you this like a fucking 2 months ago. Me and you did the mathematics. If you remember correctly. I don't care. 3 of us can make fucking money.
Trying to retrace the mathematics here.
Even if you paid one doctor, you have to have one doctor, one RN that runs the LPNs. So there's at least 3 LPNs that run the windows. They give the methadone out to people.
Right.
You have to at least be an LPN to get the methadone out. So that means like about $25, $30 an hour. The doctor probably makes $45, $50 an hour.
Okay. Let's broaden this. Let's just say $500,000 a year for employees.
We're going to go break it down to monthly.
Oh, is that what we want to do?
We did it before.
Okay. Well,
$96 a week. That's what you charge clients. And you can always get them on Medicaid. Most people are on Medicaid. $96 a week. What's that a month?
6 a week is
$370.
about no, it's actually like 4,600 and some change. a
No, I'm
year.
talking about per individual. 96 times 4.
96 times 4.
Well, it's almost $400. Not quite.
Well, we're not going to go quite, but we're going to go around. It's probably like a
Like I said,
386
we need.
bucks.
Let's make it even numbers. Okay, let's say it's $100 a week. Guess what? $400 a month.
okay, but then we got to fluctuate for that.
Fluctuate what?
When we come out to the exact estimate, so 400 times 800 is what
400 times 800 is like 32,000.
a month. 320,000 a month.
No, not 320. 320,000. 32,000.
32,000 a month.
32,000.
Okay, now you cut that by 3/4.
Okay, so 24,000.
That's take home profit. Around it.
Like I said, we're in the wrong business.
Yeah, and I don't think the doctor makes $50 an hour because the pharmacist at Walmart
Well,
makes
no.
$70,000.
Number one, hear me out.
The doctor's only at
The
the
doctor
beginning.
is salaried,
Right.
so he makes X amount a year. Doesn't matter how.
And he's only there at my methadone clinic. He's only there on Tuesdays for 3 hours. And then he's not there.
And then guess what? At that point in time, if you're only working 3 hours a week in my joint, guess what? You're getting paid fucking shit.
Yeah, he's a surgeon on the other times. So he comes in and he evaluates
Part-time.
people. Yeah, and then he goes and he's a surgeon on the rest of the time.
He's not even an expert, and he doesn't need to be an expert.
Yeah. He just basically needs to convince people to stay on methadone. And then he leaves and goes and he's a surgeon.
He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. That's why I told him to go fuck himself, and he didn't have nothing to say because he knew it was true. He's like, this isn't long enough. I was like, dude, fuck you.
There's only one person that I ever talked about like the opioid crisis, and that was Trump. And he was.
You talked to Donald Trump?
No, he's the only person that I've ever heard in politics that's ever talked about the opioid crisis.
Okay, well, I've lived it.
Right.
And I've seen it, and I know all about it.
Right.
It's all about money.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. Everything in this entire country is all about money. It doesn't matter if it's opioids.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question. If there wasn't so much of an economical benefit, to curing the opioid crisis,
Okay, well, first,
do you think they would still be prescribing us Oxycontin?
First off, it's not just opioid; it's alcoholic and or opioid substance abuse disorder.
That's fine.
This also keeps people in circulation.
On top of that, they've been collecting taxes on alcohol for fucking who knows how long.
They're both
Who
in
even
conjunction.
fucking knows how long?
They're in conjunction with one another.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no difference between alcohol and drug abuse. It's just the way how you perceive.
Well, yeah, it's all about perception.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, going back to the opioid thing. Okay, so let's just go ahead and say that there wasn't the stigma about it, with like, in particular, like heroin and shit.
Okay.
Would doctors still be prescribing us fucking Oxycontin out the fucking anus like they did to me when I was in high school?
No, because the government was not making enough money off of them. What they were doing was, for instance, there was a doctor that was living in Northeast that would meet people in the Northeast Walmart, and he would sell them out of his trunk. So he was negating the whole taxation of those
that's
pills.
like, there was a pharmacy up in like Falston that it was like something stupid like $300 million worth of pills went through this joint in like, I want to say like 3 years, something like that. It's crazy.
I'm not gonna say that I don't know anything really about. I mean, obviously, I worked at a pharmacy, so I knew some of the stuff, and we were pretty much rejecting anybody that didn't have a good regular prescription for any kind of opioid. But what I did hear that after I stopped working there, and obviously I started working somewhere else, and not doing pharmacy stuff, that there was a mandate put in place where you could not get more than a 5-day supply worth of any kind of that class of drug. I can't remember what the class is.
Class 1,
Yeah.
Class A.
But you couldn't get any more than a 5-day supply. So they were actually, I don't know who was, like, obviously Trump was the president at that point, but I don't know whose actually idea or way.
It's probably FDA.
Right. But so they were trying to I don't know if they were defeating it, but they were trying to work against the opioid crisis by limiting 5-day supplies for any kind of opioid.
Here's the problem.
Medication.
Here's the problem with them doing that, and I know from experience when they cracked down on the whole pill epidemic,
Right.
what it did was it made people like me jump to heroin and other illegal, illicit drugs.
Right.
Right? Because I personally liked Opanas. Have you ever heard of Opana?
No.
It's a stronger form of like a Rockaset.
Actually, you know what? I think I.
They were like stop sign
Yeah.
shaped.
I don't know what the shape was, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think the name is familiar, and I think it's one of the drugs that we did have in the.
Well, anyway, they made it in gel form.
Right. Okay.
And what they did was, instead of looking at it further, they ended up cracking down on it. And what they did was make people go. So basically, like the cartels and the people that shouldn't be making money
Right.
off of shit started making more money because they didn't research enough and do the right thing.
Right.
Right. So I ended up doing more illicit drugs instead of just sticking to the prescription drugs.
I believe that there's. I don't know if you can answer this, but there's. I don't know if you ever tried to use a fake prescription to get something, but I feel like where I was, we were really good at deciphering which ones were the real ones and which ones were the fake ones, because those flowed in regardless. But I feel like we knew the doctors, and whether or not the doctor was corrupt or not and trying to just push medications. If it was a good prescription, we would have to. We didn't have to give it out because
They would just go get it filled somewhere else.
Yeah, they would just take it and go get it filled somewhere else. Was there like different pharmacies that you knew of that were better?
Yeah, there were specific doctors,
Uh-huh.
specific pharmacies that would fill everything. And when they started cracking down, the prices of the pills skyrocketed, and it was then more convenient because the people like me that were addicted to the pills
Right.
were now having to scramble to find something else. So what we ended up doing was going towards heroin because you don't want to go through withdrawal. Withdrawal is like one of the worst fucking feelings in the world. You know what I mean? Like it's not even necessarily the physical aspect of it; it's the psychological aspect of it. It makes you go batshit crazy.
Right.
And that's what they didn't think about. So when they cracked down on the pill epidemic, it ended up fucking people really bad, and that's why there's an extreme opioid epidemic now, where people were fucking going to Kensington and shooting up dope and shit. When people used to just snort pills or take them and to party.
Right.
Now all of a sudden they're doing heroin and fentanyl because now they crack down so much on the pills.
I can see how it's. You can limit the amount of drugs that legally people can get, but if it's something illegally, there's nothing really law-wise that hasn't already been done. It's already illegal. It's been illegal for a very long time that they can do or control.
That's the problem. They tried to control it too much. They tried to control the pills too much, and then it skyrocketed the supply and demand. That's what made people go, well, okay, because a logical person is going to go, well, I can pay $25, $30 for a little pill that's going to make me feel good for 3 hours, or I can go buy a bundle of dope.
Right.
That'll make me feel good for a day and a half.
Right. You know, like a little 20.
Yeah.
Heroin or something.
Yeah, that's where they fucked up.
Yeah. See, my opinion is that government regulation is okay to an extent.
Right.
But when they start getting
In the personal
way
lives.
too involved or way too overextended into said regulation, whatever it be,
Right.
that you're gonna like push people to a bad
Extreme.
place,
Yeah.
a bad place.
And that's where the opioid epidemic is right now. They push too hard, too fast, and it caused people to go over the edge.
I'll go ahead and, you know, I mean, I know you know, I'm pretty sure I told you too, but my personal experience is, you know, obviously I had a serious ice hockey injury when I was like a senior in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You remember this? I
don't remember you taking pills.
I was on Oxycontin for a year and a half.
I remember you taking all kinds of pills at one time.
A year and a half. I was on Oxycontin until the point in time that I was like almost like 20.
You know, that's where I started too.
Actually,
Oxycontin.
maybe like 19 and a
I had
half.
knee
something
surgery, and Oxycontin was the very first opioid I ever taken in my life.
And I'm telling you, I mean, I heard, but you know, at some point in time,